All right, welcome back to another episode on the Vernlogic podcast show. We have another artist in the building. He goes by the name Doobie. I'll let him say what's up.
What's going on, everybody?
All right. So yeah, catch up, talk to him, talk about his music and where he's at in life and everything like that. Just so y'all can get a feel of who he is. Besides behind the mic, when he performs and things like that. What do you feel as though like? Where did you get started as far as music?
I pretty much got started when I was like 12 years old, just writing about, how life was, how, things were hard for me growing up. I got learning disabilities.
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic. So basically, writing was a way for me to express my feelings more than, talking to people.
Yeah.
So writing about, what I was feeling inside basically helped me grow as a person.
Yeah.
And it just kept going from there. So I started when I was 12 years old writing music, writing lyrics, writing poetry, and just kept going and just made it, a way for me to express how I felt instead of, telling people.
Yeah. Like music was your outlet,
yeah,
kind
music
of thing.
Writing is my outlet to explain things.
Right. Were you always more favoring the hip hop and R&B field, or you were kind of all open to everything, and you're like,
I was open to a lot of stuff, but hip hop and R&B is really what caught my eye and caught where I was and like how I was feeling, because it was how people expressed themselves about how like where they were and what they were going through in life too.
Okay, that's what's up. Did you ever have an artist name besides Doobie, or you've always gone by that?
I was a DJ in high school at a boarding school in Massachusetts called Eagle Hill.
Okay.
So I went by DJ Dice back then.
Okay.
Got kicked off a radio station because we were playing music that had curses in it, and people didn't back then. It was in like a literally like rural area of Massachusetts,
okay,
Hardwood, Massachusetts. So people didn't
like for that type of vulgar, that
so
explicit.
When instead of like turning the volume down when the curses came, we didn't do that. So people complained. So, but all the students at school want to stay on, but the people like around the area were pretty much like, I'll get these kids off.
Right.
I did, freestyle a lot on there too, and people liked what I was doing. And then I think it was one day I was actually at my house. A friend of mine said, "Why don't you? I'm going to call you Doobie. Doobie means bear in Hebrew."
Okay.
So that's actually where it came from. It means like teddy bear, like soft, cuddly person. But so that's where it came from, and that stuck with me. And everybody that really knows me, like some of my best friends, they don't call me Dave, they call me Doobie. So it sticks that way, and I just ran with it now. So that's why I use that name.
That's what's up. I like it. I like that it has background and meaning to it, and people that that are associated. So that's cool. What would you feel is like the best compliment you've ever gotten?
Best compliment I've ever gotten in what sense?
Like if somebody's like on a caring aspect, or if it's friend, like you're always there for that type, like or encouragement as far as.
Pretty much that I'm a genuine individual, that I care for people, I help people out. I don't look to. A lot of time I put others first before I put myself, which is a good thing in a lot of senses, but sometimes I need to concentrate more on like what I want to do.
Yeah.
I did in a recording studio back in the day also.
Okay.
In North Brunswick, New Jersey. It was called iJam Studios. So people that are listening or whatever.
Yeah.
Some people might know me from back in the day. Actually, that time at Choice.
Yeah. At a studio.
Yeah. So basically, a genuine, healthy person. I mean, now with the music going out and everything like that, I'm getting compliments that I'm really doing what I want to do again.
Yeah.
Because I did step away for a while to try to find myself again.
Yeah.
And coming back into it, I feel better about what I'm doing, and I love being back in the music industry and branching myself out more and things like that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. It always feels good when you're doing something and you feel like passionate about it and you enjoy it, and it really gives you like gratification of like, okay, I'm actually I feel passionate and like at peace doing something that I love. So that's always a good thing. So as far as the studios, were you more so like artist wise, or you were more so behind the scenes like engineer?
I was more of like I owned it, and
Okay.
I was back then. I was trying to help other artists, bring themselves out.
Okay.
More than concentrating on myself. I mean, I did a lot of tracks. I wrote a lot. I wrote for some people
Yeah.
back in the day, but I was more in like the artist development kind of
thing
aspect back then.
That's cool. That's cool. So if somebody how many, like, as far as artist development, have you had a lot of experience as far as like, would you be able to give advice to somebody as far as like if they were to develop an artist, like what things do you really have to focus on as far as like,
you have to try to find your own craft pretty much.
Okay.
It's not like everybody has the same routines or the same development or the same mindset to writing or recording and everything like that.
Yeah.
You have to be able to find yourself, find your own craft, find your own way into doing things. I mean, sometimes I write things down, or sometimes I can freestyle, and sometimes I think I do better that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a lot of things written that I wrote over the years that I still need to record.
Okay.
So, basically, for people out there that want to try to, come up in the game, I've been in this business for a long time, and over the years, I've changed myself. I can go different ways, and you have to adapt to the times too.
Yeah, exactly, because sometimes you have this where more people prefer like more bass in their songs, or more people prefer the lyricism or the types of beats. So it's always, you got to change with the times, when it comes to a lot of things. So that's cool. I did listen to the songs that you have out, and what was it? The one you collabed with Choice on, the one that had was it 100,000 streams or something like that?
Live.
Yeah. How was it like when creating that song? Was it something that you guys just came together and was like, let's collab on this, or?
A lot of the songs that I do with him we actually have another artist on the song called You Suicide.
Yeah.
So basically, he wanted to get on a collab with me too. So I sent him the beat. He did his verse. He sent it to me and Choice, and me and Choice basically came up with the hook together, and then he did his verse, and then we came up with, I came up with my verse, and we basically, a lot of things that I write, I run through him too.
Yeah.
We collab on pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything that is coming out now is with, running it by people and seeing what they think too.
Right. Getting the outside, kind of look to see, does this work? Will this work that way? That's cool. What do you have any projects you're working on, or are you working on albums or any EPs?
I am gonna start actually working on an EP.
Okay.
The song last night, Sunset Hills, that I just performed. It's with Choice, and it's also with and for Breezy.
Okay.
That's going to be the first song on the EP.
Okay.
I'm probably going to release it soon and then put it on the EP also. And then I got 2 more songs right now that I'm working on.
Okay.
To
put on
for an EP.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to put like 6 songs on the EP.
6 songs.
Hopefully release it by the end of the summer.
That's cool. What is your vision when it comes to it? Like, what type of take are you like trying to?
Pretty much like chill vibes, you know, like summer, you know, summer vibes.
Like summer vibes type shit. Okay, word. That's what's up. But yeah, guys, definitely, make sure you guys check that out. Like you said, it will be coming soon. What would you say was one of the biggest challenges when you started diving back into the music?
Pretty much adapting to the newer,
like the trend.
Yeah, the newer trend of things, because my whole mindset is like old school.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like old R&B music, old hip hop music.
Mm-hmm.
Basically trying to tell a story of what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do that through my own music, but it's you gotta adapt yourself to telling it in a new way.
Okay. Do you have any mentors when it comes to working in the music field?
People that I look up to?
Yeah. Or do you know closely or anything of that nature?
I mean, right now I pretty much, someone that's mentoring me right now is OG Suicide.
Okay.
But like people that I've looked up to and grew up listening to was like Boyz II Men, New Edition,
those are always
Biggie,
classics.
Jay-Z, all those, all the old school, people that like, basically helped me like get through times and everything like that.
Yeah. So if you were to collab with like say like a celebrity, not even a celebrity for lack of better words, somebody that you've looked up to like came up to you for a collab, like who would you prefer, or who would you be like your top 3 artists that you would want to collab with like on a song?
I would definitely like to be on the track with Boyz II Men.
Yeah. That'd be fire.
That would be awesome. Plus they're from Philly, so not far.
Right.
I would probably say maybe LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. Yeah.
That would be awesome. And Velvet DeVoe, I would probably want to do something with.
Okay. Wonderful. That's what's up. Boyz II Men. When you said Boyz II Men, I was like, yeah, that'd be a vibe because it's always so soothing. Like the music's not even old school, but like it's like just calm and vibing.
Right. It's very like smooth.
Yeah, like it has its own like lane when it comes to music. So you said I know you brought up Massachusetts. Is that where you're born or you were from, or?
No, I'm from New Jersey. I'm originally from East Brunswick.
Okay.
What it was is that with learning disabilities, back when I was growing up, I'm 44 years old.
Yeah.
So back when I was growing up, basically public schools were not great for kids with learning disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
So, like after sophomore year, they pretty much were saying, we want to put you in mainstream classes. We don't really care, like, what happens to you. If you fail out, you fail out.
Yeah.
So basically, my parents said that's not acceptable and went looking for schools for me to go to where I could, like, succeed. East Brunswick Public Schools, basically, my parents made them pay for half of my tuition.
Right.
For me to go. Also, when I went there, they test you to see like what levels of like
what level they should put you into certain classes.
So when I told them I was supposed to be a junior, they looked at me and said, "You're going to have to be here at least 3 years." So I would have had to stay an extra year, so I wouldn't have graduated when I graduated.
Yeah.
But like everything in my life, I don't settle for anything. I
Mm-hmm.
push myself.
Yeah, which is good.
So I pushed myself to graduate in 2 years. Um, Basically, when I went there, like, a lot of when I was diagnosed with dyslexia when I was in kindergarten,
Mm-hmm.
people basically said to me, I wouldn't even be able to like function in life. I wouldn't be able to talk. I wouldn't be able to write. I wouldn't be able to do anything. So for me, it's basically everything I do is not to. It's to push myself to be a better person and prove people. It's not really to prove people wrong, but it's to prove myself right that I could do more than was expected of me from certain people.
Exactly.
So
that's what's up. I definitely want to, applaud you to, breaking through, barriers like that because things like that, like a lot of doctors are so like to the book to where like they don't know like miracles or people can grow out of certain things or accomplish certain things. So that's good that you overcame that and then you were able to really be on yourself to be like, yeah, 3 years, okay, I can do this in 2. So that's good because doctors always have a way of like, oh, I don't think this, that, and third, and you're like, okay, and then you just prove them wrong, as you would say, and prove yourself right, knowing that you were able and capable this whole time. So it's definitely proud of you. When it comes to like creating music, do you have certain things of where um, inspirations like when it comes to music? Are you like do you have to get like into a certain mood, or do certain moods play out of I'm in a writing mood today? Let me write towards this emotion. Like how is your like writing when it comes to like music?
a lot of my writing comes from like life experiences.
Okay.
What I've been through. A lot of the songs like Live or Amends or Story of My Life.
Yeah.
Those are songs pretty much about what I've gone through in my life, facing demons, facing um, I'm clean and sober from drugs and alcohol for 13 years. It's gonna be 14 next month.
That's good. Congrats.
Thank you. So basically, my learning disabilities and not being and thinking less of myself at certain points took me down that path of doing things that I really shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
But and dragging myself out of it is a very inspirational part of my life, and that's a lot of what I try to write about also.
Yeah.
So basically, a lot of my music and a lot of my lyrics come from life experiences.
Those experiences
on how I was down. I was down in the dumps pretty much, but I pulled myself up and I got to where I am now.
That's good. That's good. It's always, I find myself in the same way. Like, I've had ups and downs, but in a sense that I've always had to, climb back out of it because, the ending of realizing that, damn, I did that and I progressed from that. Like, I could do it again. Like, it's like one of those, like, if I lost this, I would know how to get it back. So it's one of those things, and it's always like it builds your confidence back up. So you're just like, yeah, no, I know I'm capable, so I could definitely do this and accomplish this. So it's pretty good. How do you have a lot of collaborations with like local artists? Like, do you collab a lot, or you're more so like only if a certain project you feel as though needs collaborations, you'll do that?
I mean, I'm definitely looking to collab with other local artists. I mean, from last night from the show,
yeah,
I met a lot of local artists that said they wanted to, collab with me. I got some people that want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I did a show in Washington State.
Yeah.
In June.
How'd that go?
It went really well. That was my first one.
Your first show ever?
My first show ever. And
That's
then
awesome.
Yesterday was the second one. And some artists from there want to also collab with me, but they're also in other states. One, I did a hook for that I'm waiting for him to send me his verse back, and then I'm gonna do the verse, and then I'm gonna have it mixed and mastered. But there's a lot of artists that have reached out to me, said they want to do stuff with me. So
that's what's up. Well, I hope they send their verses in because projects got to be made.
Exactly, 100%.
Definitely. So like, just a question, but if you were to get to a certain like point in life, you know how people have like feature prices and stuff like that. What would you say, like, if you were to ever put a number on it? How much would you charge? Just out of curiosity. Doesn't have to be like true or not, or.
I mean, for right now, I'd probably charge like $150.
$150. That's not bad. I feel like that's average because, like, feature price. I don't know. Some people charge $5, and I'm like, what's your credits like? Like, are you doing a damn thing, like, kind of thing? But 150 is pretty solid, so that's cool though. Just wanted to know. Just was curious. So I'm big on like motivation and things of that. Like, how do you encourage yourself when it comes to like motivating yourself, on a day-to-day basis?
Pretty much what I tell myself is I can do anything I put my mind to.
Yeah.
In life, I've been in places before where I've looked at myself and I was like, I can't succeed, or I can't do something in life. But
yeah,
when it comes to now and here, and I just basically take one day at a time in life, and I put myself first, and I say I can accomplish anything that I really want to.
Yeah. In
life, because if you don't believe in yourself, then nobody else is going to.
I'm a firm believer in that for sure, because it's like you have to have that self-confidence in order to know and see that others can see what you're doing and how you're moving. So as long as you trust in yourself, you feel like you're going to be solid. Do you have a social media that everybody could follow you on?
I do. It's Doobie 7912 on Instagram.
And is that the only one? Do you have TikTok or YouTube?
I don't have TikTok
No?
yet.
Got you.
No,
TikTok's pretty cool. I mean, it has like its pros and cons, but only if you're like into the whole TikTok little thing. But
yeah, I know I got to get myself out there more. But
yeah, definitely. It doesn't hurt to try. So.
Right.
But all right. Do you have any questions for me or anything you want to? Do you feel like I like?
I mean, look. I mean, it's great to get on here and get to do this. I know we've been talking about it for a while, but as everything happens in a time and a place where it's supposed to. Getting out there, getting more music out there, doing the shows and everything, definitely helps me, push myself more to do everything. I mean, I do have a lot of things that I want to work and I want to do. So if anybody, wants to reach out to me, they know how to find me.
Absolutely. Like you said Doobie
7912.
7912. So just make sure you guys tap in with him. Reach out to him. He's not a stranger. He usually responds. So for the most part, it was great talking to you. You're definitely a great artist. I feel as though where you're at, I feel like you're where you need to be. And I feel like I said, I'm big on timing is everything. Everything happens for a reason. So just keep trusting yourself and just making sure you put 100% when you put that work in and perform.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the time, and thank you, everybody.
It was a pleasure having you. You're always welcome, like I said, so definitely. But I appreciate everybody for listening. Make sure you guys go follow Doobie. I'll make sure to put his Instagram in the description. Appreciate you guys for listening. Appreciate everybody for subscribing. Make sure you guys follow. Everything on social media, it's the same, Vernlogic Official. I'll definitely catch you guys later. See you next episode.